Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Saturday, December 20th, 2014, around 6:26 in the morning in Belleville, Massachusetts. It's about 30 degrees outside. Today it's going to be a mix and sun and clouds, highs in the upper 30s. Tomorrow it's going to be cloudy. We might get some rain or snow showers, but nothing significant with accumulation. And Christmas Eve's going to be a heavy rainstorm. Highs close to 60. Some news to report. The Boston Celtics beat the Minnesota Timberwolves by a score of 114-98. The Boston Celtics are sole possession of 8th place in the Eastern Conference. And that means if the playoffs ended today, the Celtics will be going to the playoffs. And I wouldn't be surprised the way the mediocre of the Eastern Conference is this year, that the Celtics, if they trend water, they could get a 7th or 8th playoff seed, but more likely if they do that, they're going to get bounced in the first round, and they'll get a middle of the road draft pick in the first round, and that might not be good for this rebuilding process for the Celtics. And the Boston Bruins lost again to the Winnipeg Jets by the score of 2-1. Bruins are slumping, struggling. I think the Bruins might be fighting for one of the last playoff spots in the Eastern Conference. I'll tell you more about a prediction I'm going to make about the Bruins, and it might not be what Bruins fans like, in my second blog for NHL revised predictions. And that's about it on that. And my next subject is my continuation top 10 series of the greatest everything and anything. I haven't reached the top 10 greatest professional wrestling battle royals of all time. And battle royals are when at least 10 to as much as 30 wrestlers are in one ring. It is every man for himself. Usually these battle royals, a lot of stuff happen. Usually the big men win the battle royals. The battle royal king was the late great Andre the Giant. He won more battle royals than any professional wrestler in the history of wrestling. And some of these battle royals were amazing and stuff like that, and some major things have happened in these battle royals, and some of them were fun. And here are the top 10 greatest battle royals of all time. Number 10 on the all-time list of greatest battle royals of all time, the gimmick battle royal at WrestleMania 17, which was pretty good because they had all of the WWE legends in it. It was very short because many of them could not take bumps, and the winner and calling this match was Mean Gene Okerlund and Bobby the Brain Heenan, and it was good to see Mean Gene and Bobby the Brain Heenan back in the WWE at WrestleMania 17. And Bobby the Brain Heenan had one of the great one-liners, like when the Iron Sheik was coming down, the way when he gets to the ring, it would be WrestleMania 38. The Sheiks had very bad knees and stuff, and he couldn't take a big bump, so he won the match. Battle Royal, and then afterwards Sergeant Slaughter gave the Iron Sheik a Cobra clutch. That was a great battle royal, even though it was fun. Number 9 on the all-time list of greatest professional wrestling battle royals of all time was the Battle Royal / Royal Rumble to determine the number 30 slot in the 1999 Royal Rumble that happened on Monday Night Raw in January 1999. They had the corporate team, Vince McMahon's corporation, against DX. They alternated to see who was going to get number 30, and when McMahon came in, he eliminated a couple of wrestlers. He thought he was going to get number 30 because they already drew number 2 and number 30, so it would have been amazing. But China comes in, the ninth wonder of the world, and eliminates McMahon, and then she becomes the first woman in the Royal Rumble and gets number 30. That was very excitement and stuff. It was awesome. Number 8 on the all-time list of greatest professional wrestling battle royals of all time was the WrestleMania 2 Battle Royal in the Rosemont Horizon All-State Center in Chicago, Illinois, between NFL players and WWE wrestlers. This was a great battle royal. A lot of pro football players were in it, including William the Refrigerator Perry, Ed Too Tall Jones, and a few others. And one of the most famous things that happened in this battle royal when Big John Studd eliminated William the Refrigerator Perry. Perry tries to shake Big John Studd's hand, and when he does, he drags Big John Studd over the top rope, which was pretty amazing and stuff like that. And the winner of this battle royal was Andre the Giant. He military pressed Bret the Hitman Hart onto Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and it was pretty good. It was a great. This was one of the last big victories for Andre the Giant as a face in the WWE. And he comes in this battle royal, comes in at number 8. Number 7 on the all-time list of the greatest battle royals of all time in professional wrestling history. The 1994 Royal Rumble match, which the co-winners were Lex Luger and Bret the Hitman Hart. This was an amazing battle royal. They thought Bret Hart wasn't going to make it because he was attacked by his brother Owen Hart earlier in the card when they lost the tag team match, title match between them and the Quebecers. And when they had Bret Hart, when one of the wrestlers didn't show up, they thought Bret Hart was too injured to compete. But then another name comes out, and it's Bret Hart. That was Bastion Booger. They said the storyline, Bastion Booger ate too much. But I think in reality, he no-showed, or he was injured or something. And then the last 2 wrestlers in the ring were Lex Luger and Bret the Hitman Hart, and both of them go over the top rope at the same time. And one referee says Luger won, one referee said Bret the Hitman Hart won. WWE President Jack Tunney said that they had co-winners of the 1994 Royal Rumble, Lex Luger and Bret the Hitman Hart, and the crowd reaction had Bret the Hitman Hart more than Lex Luger, meaning that Bret the Hitman Hart was going to win the WWE title at WrestleMania 10, and this killed Lex Luger's momentum at WrestleMania 10. I think the fans were getting sick and tired of him chasing the WWE title because he should have won it at SummerSlam 93. That was another. I did that in a few other video blogs. So catch it at YouTube and Facebook. Number 6 on the all-time greatest battle royals of all time was AWA Battle Royal in February 1989 to determine the new AWA World Champion. The story about that is Jerry the King Lawler, who was AWA Champion before, was stripped of the belt because he missed 7 mandatory title defenses. But the real reason why he was stripped of the world title, he was not going to work for the AWA unless if he got paid at Super Clash 3, and none of the wrestlers were paid for Super Clash 3, period. So Jerry the King Lawler decided not to return to the AWA, and they had a battle royal for it. And the battle royal was won by Larry Zbyszko. It was a great battle royal and stuff, and it was one of the best. It was one of the first battle royals to determine a title, which was pretty good and stuff like that. And Larry Zbyszko won it because he was married to Vern Gagne's daughter, so he deserved the AWA World title because he was reliable and he would never leave Vern. Number 5 on the all-time list of the greatest professional wrestling battle royals of all time, World War III, a 3-ring, 60-man battle royal for WCW in November of 1995. This was a very great battle royal. There were 20 wrestlers in each of the 3 rings. Was amazing and stuff like that. It was won by Macho Man Randy Savage to win the vacant WCW World title, and Hulk Hogan, controversial when this, Hulk Hogan thought he was not eliminated over the top rope, but the referee saw him fight with the Giant. He went through the middle rope, and Randy Macho Man Savage won, and it was so much controversy. Hogan wanted to said he wasn't eliminated and stuff like that. And the next night on Nitro, they showed videotape, but it was they couldn't show it because it was messed up and stuff like that. I think this was going to lead to a match between Randy Macho Man Savage and Hulk Hogan at Starrcade 1995, but Hogan wrestled all of his dates in WCW in the year 1995, so he could not wrestle at Starrcade, or they would have had to pay him more money. But this battle royal was pretty good. It was a good concept to have a 60-man battle royal, 3-ring battle royal. It was a good concept for maybe a year or two, but eventually it just got boring. Number 4 on the all-time list of the greatest professional wrestling battle royals of all time was a Madison Square Garden house show battle royal in July of 1996, where Jimmy, the mouth of the South Hart, won a 22-man over-the-top rope $50,000 battle royal by hiding under the ring. Jimmy Hart hid under the ring when they started the battle royal, and one by one the wrestlers got eliminated until they were down to 2 wrestlers. The Junkyard Dog and Greg the Hammer Valentine. Junkyard Dog spotted Jimmy Hart, grabbed them under the ring and brought him back into the ring, but he didn't throw Jimmy Hart because Greg the Hammer Valentine was attacking him, and then both the Hammer and the Dog went out over the top rope together, meaning Jimmy Hart won the battle royal, and he did not touch either of them. And the announcer says, Lord Alpha says, "Oh, they're not gonna give it to him, and they're not gonna." He did not touch one man. It's stuff like that, and Gorilla Swanson was mad. You gotta see this battle royal. It's on YouTube. The commentary at the end of the match between Lord Alfred Hayes and Gorilla Monsoon was legendary and stuff like that. This was a fun battle royal. It just was a gimmick for Jimmy Hart to win by hiding. Number 3 on the all-time list of greatest professional wrestling battle royals of all time was WrestleMania 4 Invitational Battle Royal. That was won by Bad News Brown. The last 2 wrestlers who won, Bad News Brown and Bret the Hitman Hart, both were heels, and they thought they were going to split the trophy, but you don't split trophies. You don't win co-win battle royals for a trophy. So Bad News Brown, sorry about that. Bad News Brown double-crossed Bret the Hitman Hart by putting the ghetto blaster on him and throws Bret the Hitman Hart over the top rope. Bad News Brown wins, and Bret the Hitman Hart comes in and attacks Bad News Brown and destroys the trophy. It was the start of the face turn by Bret the Hitman Hart. Originally, this was going to be his first singles run, but a couple months later, the Hart Foundation gets reunited, so it wasn't very good. But this was supposed to be a planned face turn that was going to put Bret Hart as a big singles wrestler. Number 2 on the all-time list of greatest battle royals of all time in the world of professional wrestling, the 1995 Royal Rumble that Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, wins the Royal Rumble by drawing number 1, and he eliminated British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith, who drew number 2. So British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith and Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels were in the Royal Rumble the complete time, and it was a shorter Royal Rumble because every wrestler came in every 60 seconds. I didn't like that, but it just showed that this was going to be a great Royal Rumble. That when I saw Heartbreak Kid draw number 1 and British Bulldog drew number 2, I knew they were going to be the last 2 one in, and it was a false end to the match where British Bulldog eliminated Shawn Michaels, and one of his foot touched the floor, and it was a false finish. That they played the British Bulldog's music, and they thought the British Bulldog won the 1995 Royal Rumble, but Shawn Michaels got one foot down, and the other foot was dragging. He somehow managed to get up and eliminated the Bulldog over the top rope and win the 1995 Royal Rumble. That was a great battle royal, even though I didn't like the concept of every 60 seconds a new wrestler comes in for the Royal Rumble. That was not that great. And the best professional wrestling battle royal of all time was in the 1992 Royal Rumble, when Nature Boy Ric Flair drew number 3 and eliminated and spent over 60 minutes in the Royal Rumble and eliminating last Sid Justice to win the 1992 Royal Rumble and to win the WWE title. He was only the second man to win both the WCW/NWA World title and the WWE World title, and this was great. This was the best battle royal ever. I never thought Ric Flair would win the WWE title in the Royal Rumble, especially when he drew number 3. I thought he was going to be eliminated early. And after the post match celebration, Ric Flair said this quote, with a tear in a corner of my eye, this is the greatest moment of my life. Classic Ric Flair. And that's about it on that, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Be back later on today for 2 more video blogs. First one will be revised 2015 NHL predictions. I have a prediction about the Boston Bruins, which Bruins fans might not really like. And the second one is about the classic television series McCloud. No personality profile tonight. See you later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.